What's up, guys? I am Rich.
And I'm Tiffany.
And this is How's My Living? We were supposed to do something today. We wasn't supposed to make this video, but a few things broke down and we had to pay for it and we wasn't expecting it. So we'll get back to our normal videos at the end of the week. But right now we are going to talk about the villages. Hold on one second. Yeah, there we go. Now we're going to talk about the villages. It's been in the news a lot here lately. I don't like personally talking about, we've done a few videos on it, I just don't want to beat it into the ground, I want to do other stuff, but it's been in the news here lately. A lot of stuff's been going on, so we figured we could talk about the myths of the villages. What is true and what is fake. Some are spicy, some are just common little things that people think that really aren't. So we'll start and work our way into the sexy ones. And yes, I just referred to your grandmother who's 70 years old, retiring, that you come visit on Christmas as sexy, and I do apologize for that. Okay, before we actually get started, I want you to hit the like button. And you're gonna have to watch this video all the way through because the last myth about the villages is super spicy. Super spicy. Richard baby will not be involved in this one because he said that he could not handle it because it was just a little too spicy for him. Alright? Myth number one is that the villages is a gated community. That is 100% false. The villages is way too big to be gated. They actually expand over 3 counties. But what they have done, and they're sneaky sneaks.
They are.
What they have done is they put up little gates everywhere to make you think that it is gated, when it is in fact not gated. If you can pull up the majority of these gates, and they have no choice but to let you through, but they do it to deter traffic through these areas. So, myth number one, is the village is a gated community? False. Myth number two, everybody from the villages is mean. It depends on who you run into. There's over 115,000 villagers, all from different places, and they can be nice or they can be very, very ignorant. I've met both. And they are either the nicest people you ever met or they are completely intolerable. So, that myth, it depends on who you meet. Some people could come down here and find that to say that's the truest statement I ever heard, and some people say, I don't know what they're talking about. These people was great. So, myth number two, are all villagers blank words? Half and half. Myth number three.
Is all villagers are retired. That is not true. A lot of them still have jobs. Maybe it's not the job they had when they were, raising their families and doing all that kind of stuff, but a lot of them still have jobs. A lot of them own businesses around here or run things in the villages or even just work in the shops in the villages and still get out and do things, make extra money.
Fun fact, my math teacher in high school was a villager.
Really?
Yep. He actually was a college professor all his life, then retired, and became a high school math teacher just to pass the time because he liked to do it.
Wow.
So, myth number three, false. They're not all retirees. They're all retirees, but they're not all retired. So, this is myth number three. Now, we're getting into the spicier ones.
Spicy.
Yes. Myth number four is that there are 10 times as many females to males in the villages.
Wow.
I know there's some old guy somewhere going to say, do what?
Awesome.
You know what I mean? Like he's booking a ticket right now. He don't care about Corona no more.
Down to see all the ladies.
Yeah. Sorry to burst your bubble, Merv. That is false. Actually, If you look at it, if you look at the statistics, it's actually there's 53% female to male ratio, which means 53% of the villages is female. So it's more like half and half. So you got a little 3% playing room there, Merv, but you ain't getting no 10 to 1. Sorry to say that. So that myth is false. Myth number 6. The villages is loaded with STDs. It does show, I believe it was a 2016 test showed that the villages was the #1 place for STDs in 2016. Now, is that the same truth now? That could have been just a crazy year for some people. So, I hate to do this if you're watching your grandparents are at the villages, but that myth, that is true. That is true. I'm sorry, son. But yes, that's true about your grandparents. Talking about the villages is like playing in the mud. The more you do it, you just get dirtier and dirtier, don't you? Final myth of the villages. Tiffany.
Is a lot of people have loofahs on their car, and the thing is it could mean that they are swingers.
Yes, that has been one of the oldest things, and I believe it came out around the time of the STDs. They said that people put loofahs on their vehicle as a symbol to other villagers that they are swingers. I hope that's not true. I hope that's not true, because they say different loofahs mean different things. And I've seen all different color loofahs all over the villages, and the other day, I seen a pool noodle. I have no idea what that represents. Either that guy is extremely, or that couple, I'm sorry, I don't want to judge nobody, is extreme, or there might not be that much truth to that myth. So, there's two sides to that story. One side is the swinger thing that we explained to you. You can Google that. We don't want to go into it and explain too much because we're a PG channel and we're just talking about the villages. So the other side is your grandmother and grandfather, they're old. They have a hard time finding their vehicle, and it's a whole lot easier to walk out into a parking lot, look at the roof of a car and see a green loofah on top of a car as to, you know, walking and hitting the key and looking and, you know, playing Where's Waldo. So that's my thought, because we attend churches and stuff around here, and I've seen that loofah thing on their car.
Yeah.
So either they are extremely freaky, or there's not that much truth. But both things can be true at the same time.
It can be.
I'm not going to say if that myth is true or false. I'm going to let you be the judge when you come down and visit your grandparents and see it on their car. And then I really want you to think about how true that myth is, alright? That's all we got right now, guys. We're going to get back to normal next time. We're going to go do some more fun stuff. That's probably the dirtiest you're going to see this channel get, because we don't want to do that. We're staying away. Obviously, there's some crazy stuff happening in the villages politically, but we don't want nothing to do with that. So, like and subscribe. We're about good times. Hit the like button. If you know somebody in the villages, or if your grandmother has a loofah on her car and you never noticed it before, send this video to her and say, "Grandmother, WTF." Or you know what? Probably best off not to bring it up to her. Alright guys, that's it. I'm Rich.
And I'm Tiffany.
And we will see you next time.